Hi everybody, and welcome back to our third cooking skills session. Today we are going to be learning how to make apple crumble. So as ever, before you cook, make sure you've got your apron on, you've washed your hands in warm soapy water, and that your hair is tied up. Also make sure you've got all of your equipment ready and to hand. So you need a large mixing bowl, a small mixing bowl, your weighing scales, you'll need a tablespoon, a teaspoon, a knife and a fork, and a dish to bake your crumble in, as well as having all of your ingredients. So today you will need plain flour, caster sugar or golden caster sugar if you've got it, cinnamon, a tin of apple slices, and some butter. Okay, if we're ready, let's start. So the first thing that you're going to do is to open up your tin of apples. So carefully, if it's a pull ring, pull it back. Obviously if it's if you need a tin opener, use one of those. So we've got our apples and we're just going to pop them into a small mixing bowl. Okay, use your spoon and pour those in. Okay. Right, then to our apples we're going to add 2 tablespoons of our caster sugar, like that. Now instead of using this spoon because it's dirty, I'm just going to grab a clean spoon, so 1 second. Okay, clean spoon. So 2 tablespoons of sugar into your apples. So 1, 2. Okay. Give those a nice stir, just make sure that the sugar coats the apples nicely. Lovely. Then what we're going to add to this is half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So some cinnamon powder. This is optional, but I think it makes it taste really nice. So half a teaspoon, just add that in. And again, stir it. It's all nicely covered. Okay, there we go. You can see it's more or less all mixed in. Then what we're going to do with our apples, take our crumble dish, and we're going to pop them in. Okay. So apples are in there, and what we're going to do with the back of our spoon is just squash them down slightly. And that will stop any of the crumble filling from sinking in, the crumble topping I mean, sinking into the filling. Okay, let's go flatten that down. There we go. Right, we'll pop that to one side, and next we're going to make the crumble topping. So for this, we'll start off with your scales in your large bowl. Pop them on. Make sure that you tear the scales so that they're at 0. And first of all, we're going to weigh out our flour. So plain flour, and we need 175 grams of plain flour. So weigh that out. There we go, perfect. Okay. And then to our flour, we're going to add 110 grams of sugar. So again, make sure that we press the tear button on the scales so it goes back to 0. And then we add our sugar in. So 110 grams of this. Lovely. What you could have done at that point is to weigh the sugar into a separate bowl and then add it in, just in case you might be worried in case you go over on the weighs. But there we go. Okay, so now we've got our flour and our sugar, and we're going to give that a stir just to incorporate it all together. Okay. Okay. To the flour and the sugar mixture, we're going to add our butter. So your butter needs to be very cold because that helps you to get the crumbly topping. So we don't really want it at room temperature this time. Straight out the fridge is fine. I'm going to weigh mine straight onto my little chopping board. So I'll pop the chopping board onto my scales. Again, make sure they're at 0. Okay, and we need 110 grams of butter. So I'm going to slice it, take slices and pop them onto the scales. Okay. Nearly there. Okay, that's perfect. So we've got our butter, 110 grams. Then what we want to do with our butter is to chop it up, just roughly, into sort of cubes, little blocks. So I'm going to chop them up, and this just makes it easier when we're rubbing it in. And we've got little blocks of it. So we just roughly chop it up like that, you can see. Okay. So get our bowl with our flour and our sugar in, and we're going to add the butter. Okay, butter's in. Next, what we're going to do, so it's important you've got clean hands at this point. We're going to rub, take these off. We're going to rub our butter into the flour using just our fingertips. We don't use the palm of our hand because that will start to melt the butter. So we use our fingertips and we rub it in until it sort of starts to look like breadcrumbs. So you squish these little blocks and squish them in to the flour. This could take a good 5 minutes odd. Just keep rubbing it in. So just keep doing that. Okay, so I think we're nearly there. Most of the big lumps of butter have been crumbled in. The way you can check, just give it a good tap on the side and a shake, and any large lumps will come to the top. So I can see there's a couple in here, so I'll just give those a little bit more of a pinch and squash them up. Okay, do it nice and light, just through the tips of your fingers. Okay, I'd say that's ready. So now I need to wash my hands. Okay, hands washed. Right, what we do next is the crumble topping goes on top of your filling. Whilst I was doing my crumble topping, I was looking at this dish and I decided, I think my dish is a bit too small. You could probably do with a better dish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 crumbles. So I'm just going to take out half of this filling. Put it into here. Otherwise I'll have far too much topping for my crumbles. Okay, let's squash those down again. That looks better to me. Okay, I get 2. Okay, so take your crumble topping. If you're just doing 1, then pour it all into the one dish. Because I'm now doing 2, I'm going to pour half of it into this one, and the other half into this one. Oops. There we go. Okay, so you pour your filling on top, then you're going to take your fork and you're just going to lightly spread that topping out. So spread it out to all the corners of your dish so it covers it nicely. Then what you can do with your fork is just to make little patterns through the crumble topping. So just run it through. It's up to you. Or you can fluff it up if you like it really crispy. Just use your fork just to crisp up the top of your crumble. Okay, so those are now ready to go in the oven. So they're going in the oven at gas mark 5, which my oven has been preheated before we started. So gas mark 5 for 190 degrees for about 30 minutes. I shall check mine after about 20, see how they're getting on, until the top's nice and crispy and golden. Because we've used tinned apples, the apples are already cooked, they just need to warm up, so we don't have to worry about those still being raw. It's basically just getting the top of the crumble nice and crisp and cooked. Okay, so I'm going to pop these into the oven. use an oven towel or oven gloves to pop them in so you don't burn your hands. Just pop those in. Okay, and we'll come back and check those in about half an hour. Okay, so they've been in the oven for taken about 30 minutes and I think they're ready. So I've got a heat-proof mat from the kitchen surface so I can put them on there safely. And I'm going to get them out of the oven. So again, use an oven glove or an oven towel, protects your hands. There's one. Turn the oven off. Okay, so very hot. I'm just going to show you. It's in a nice golden tan colour. Bits of the fillings bubbling around the edge. So what you want to do now is leave those for about 5 or 10 minutes just to cool down a little bit. And then you can scoop them out, pop them into a bowl, have them with custard, ice cream, cream, whatever you fancy. Okay, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.